You're listening to 10 Points, a podcast with your hosts, Ash and Nicholas, where all the talk is Canadian Highlander, our favorite format from the best trading card game ever, Magic the Gathering.
Hi guys, it's me, Ash.
And me, Nicholas.
And today we're going to do something fun. We're going to build a deck based on a prompt from the community. We took a bunch of prompts and randomly chose one to build today, quote unquote, live on the podcast. And for this episode, we're going to be building Red Black Aggro, submitted by our friend Mr. Chad Bond from Red Green fame.
Yeah, but before we get into that, first we're going to do our recurring segment, Best Card From. And today we have our best card from Fallen Empires. What's your best card from Fallen Empires, Ash?
So I was stuck between a couple cards here in Fallen Empires. The one I think I'm going to have to go with is Hymn to Torak, though there were I want to leave Homerid Warrior as a honorable mention.
You certainly can do that.
Okay, all jokes aside, High Tide and a couple of the Sacrifice lands are the only cards that are even playable in this format outside of Hymn to Torak, so that is Hymn to Torak would be my vote.
Yeah, Hymn to Torak gets my vote as well. First of all, Hymn to Torak is very good in Canlander, so he's playing a lot of decks, and the ability to hit 2 cards at random is very strong. But there's also not a whole lot in this set competing with it. Sans maybe High Tide, but even High Tide doesn't see a whole lot of play.
Yeah, not since Breach got printed, there's pretty much no reason to play. Like, even though the High Tide deck got better, every other Storm deck got more better.
Yep, pretty much.
So there's just like no reason to play High Tide over any other version of Storm.
Not that High Tide isn't still good, but it's definitely not where it used to be.
Anyone who decides to play Storm doesn't want to play Control Storm anymore. Just kind of the way that it do be, though. Okay, so for today's episode, like I said, we kind of sent a message out to the community. We said, hey, we're going to do an episode, going to brew a deck live based on a prompt from you guys. So send us your prompts within reason. And we got some pretty interesting ones, actually. Everything on the list, I was like, that would be fun to brew. And so we randomized it, and like I said, we drew Red Black Aggro. Yeah, Red Black Aggro. And this is from here on is, I mean, not that it's ever really scripted, but it's pretty unscripted. We haven't really talked much about it at all, and we're just gonna see what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we haven't actually shared any of our opinions with each other because we wanted it to be completely fresh, and more of a discussion that results in a pile of 100 cards that would hopefully be good.
I guess we should just put this disclaimer out here now. The list that is going to be linked in this episode's description is in no way going to be tuned or tested.
Yeah, no, this is cards off of the top of our head. We didn't actually even draw the deck until about like an hour before recording, so we haven't really even done much prep ourselves either. So this is definitely going to be a very rough deck, but it could be a good baseline. If someone's looking to build this kind of deck, they could use this as a baseline and then tune it for their meta, or just make the deck better, because I guarantee it will not be optimal.
So I guess we should talk about kind of why Red Black Aggro never really kind of sees that much or never really up to this point has seen very much play. In my opinion, and I'll admit this is a bit parroting what I've heard because I don't have that much experience with it, with really aggro as a whole. But my understanding is that it kind of boils down to red, like mono red is very good. And like mono black aggro, suicide black is very good. But you don't gain more by adding them together than you lose by diluting either deck.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think that like adding black, because I think this will probably be base red, and I don't think that adding black gets you a whole lot. But I can see some merits to it as I was looking through cards. There's like more like slight interactions, more like threats that also make your opponent like discard or like just different things like that. So maybe in certain metas it's worth it. But
my just off the top of my head, my thoughts are adding them together. The benefits you do get: A, you get to play cards that you don't really get to play in many other decks. Like you get to play the black-red aggressive cards that get cut out of Jund and don't make it into mono red, right? Which is just maybe more of something that you've wanted to play these cards for a while, even if it's not in their like the optimal deck. At least you're getting to play these cards, you know, which I consider to be a pretty important value.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Highlander is that you can take a concept that's not optimal, but you can still make it like really strong. Like if there's just cards you want to play, just play them.
Mm-hmm. A couple other things I think you get out of adding black to red, which I agree this is going to be a base red deck. I think the couple things you get is A, you get a little bit of hand attack, which can help you rip a Wrath out of their hand. Which obviously is going to be one of the biggest struggles when playing aggro. A creature-based aggro deck, which I guess is all there is unless you're playing ODW. But the other thing I think you get is you get a little bit of resilience that you don't get in mono red. Assuming we end up going that route, like maybe playing some number of the like Undying Evil effects, the better ones anyway. And as well as if we think we can make our mana do it like blood gas and that kind of thing, like recursive threats. And then the last thing is there are a couple cards that I think are just like straight up card advantage you won't get in mono red, such as Dark Confidant and there was another one and now I can't remember it.
Croxa is a good example.
Yeah, Croxa, Knight's Whisper is probably a decent option if you're going for the longer game. But I guess we should just start like writing down cards, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we should start with kind of the auto includes, because like obviously you're gonna have your Goblin Guy and your Lightning Bolt, and those Dark Confidant, Croxa, like we talked about.
Okay. At this point, I am basically going to stop talking to the microphone and start talking just directly to you.
Yeah.
So we got Goblin Guide, Croxa. That says Krona. Croxa. I don't know. Wait, we're going to have to import this over to some. So we have to type the names in, right? Is it Titan of Night's Hunger? Ceaseless Hunger? I think it's Ceaseless Hunger. We'll figure that out.
Death's Hunger. Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger.
Death's Hunger. Okay. Lightning Bolt. What are our points? I mean, I guess do we want to brew this like fully like zero budget?
Yeah, I think we're trying to make even though this will not be the optimal list, I think we do want to try to make it optimal. So I think we are on
we're on Mox
yeah,
price.
Mox.
Price GT float.
Yeah, we could do that. We could also go Mox Crypt, depending on where we like how low to the ground we want this deck to be.
Yeah, that could be. I feel like we're probably doing ourselves a disservice not playing. Like, I don't feel like our deck's going to be consistent enough at hitting Ancient Tomb mana because we're 2 colors, so I don't think we want to be playing a lot of Ancient Tomb mana to just for Crypt to be good. I think we'd rather just like be playing really high power efficient cards for the mana and price them out.
Yeah, we could just go Mox price GT.
We could do Mox price.
Yeah. Maybe like a Mox Emerald. If we probably play a Mox Emerald and then we're just on Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah, it just kind of depends what the pips look like. Because if the pips like need the colors too badly, we probably just like maybe it's just my opinion, but I feel like if the pips don't really support an off color very well, oftentimes people are going to be baited into keeping a Mox hand when they have the Emerald, and it doesn't actually help that much because of your pips. Does that make sense?
I mean, we can also just pick the point spread once we look at the list.
I mean, I think we're pretty much agreed on Jet, Ruby, Price.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about more points later. However, I do think that the Goblin Guide, Croxa, Lightning Bolt. I think we're probably on Chain Lightning.
Yeah. Ragavan.
Oh yeah, that monkey. Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer.
Dark Confidant.
Dark Bobby Boy. I feel like there was another Dark Confidant effect. Oh yeah, it's the pirate. It's something
the
Marauder.
3-mana one.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, the one with Raid. Yeah, he's good. I can't remember his name though.
Give me a second to find it.
Alright, while you're doing that, I'll keep putting cards in. We're on Goblin Rabble Master, I assume we agree on that.
Yeah, I would play Legion War Boss too.
Yes.
Eidolon, probably.
Definitely.
It's not called a Marauder. Heck.
I can, see the art on the card. I just can't pull the name.
So can I.
Alright, here's the real question. Are we on Bump in the Night?
No. I don't think we are on Bump in the Night.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're probably on, we're definitely on Earthshaker Kenra.
Yes. Probably also on Scab Clan Berserker.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What do you think about, Oh, heck.
We're also on, it's Zergo...
Helm Smash? Or Zergo... Oh, goodness, not Helm Smasher, it's the other one.
The dashy one.
Yeah. A Bell Striker.
Zergo Bell Striker.
We sure did just sit there and tank about that for a minute.
Yep.
I sure did just go to Scryfall and just typed in... I'm looking through every card from either Rivals of Ixalan or just plain Ixalan, and I did not color sort it, even though I know it's a black card.
Oh, yep, good job.
I mean,
we're on Lightning, Skelemental, and Ball Lightning, I presume.
I mean, this is really just a, kill you dead kind of deck. There's not, anything else we're doing, so yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in for it. Skelemental's obviously better.
Yeah. That's one of the examples of, one of the cards that you get for being in black.
But that you don't get to play in, any other deck. Ruin Raider.
Oh, wow. That is definitely not what I thought it was called. But no, that one.
This card's great.
Alright, are we on Blood Moon?
I think so. I don't know about... Magus is fine.
Magus attacks them.
Yeah, he does. But he also gets lightning bolted. And doesn't deal that much damage for his mana cost.
I don't know. I think they're spending their removal on your other things.
That's fair.
I think we're just on both.
I'm for it. Are we playing Spike Jester?
I don't actually know what that one does.
It's 3 mana... Or sorry, it's Rakdos, so it's 2 mana for a 3/1 with I think haste and trample for a strike.
Probably. We're on Rakdos Charm, right?
It's 2 mana for a 3/1 with haste. That's it.
I don't know. I mean, it kills them, so get it in there, I guess.
Yeah, but there's a lot of split burn spells right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we could play that Pyromancer from Core 19 that ETBs and shocks them. So at the very least, it does that.
I don't think we're on that.
Viashino Pyromancer. No, it's great, dude. It does 2 to them. Even if they immediately kill it, it basically is it got to hit once.
Yeah, that's fine. We're also definitely on Hazoret.
Yeah, Hazoret's hella good. Let's see. Can we talk about Anathemancer?
You can. I don't know what that card does.
All right. It's 1 black-red for a 2/2 zombie wizard. When Anathemancer comes into play, it deals damage to target player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls.
Oh yeah, that's for sure in the deck.
It unearths for... It unearths for... It unearths for 5 black-red.
That's fine. It's a late game unearth.
Bloodthirsty Adversary is a good one. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with haste that might also just bolt them or price them again.
Yeah. We're also we're on Rampaging Frostodon.
Oh yeah. Anathemancer. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Do we already talk about Bone Crusher Giant? Is that on the list?
It is not, but it definitely is now.
I like Thoughtseize Duress to hit Wraths.
Yeah.
But like that's it. You don't go any further.
Yeah, I don't think we're even on like him or anything.
No, you just hit. It's just for hitting removal. Also, Anye's Ravager draws you a new hand.
That one's really good.
What do you want to bet that like we write this list and Ty's just like, guys, I'm buying it. Let's see. Eidolon of the Great Revel, it's already on the list. Earthbreaker Kenra's on the list.
You know, it's better than 1 Ragavan, 2 Ragavans.
Carry Zev.
Carry Zev.
Did you write down? You didn't write it down. Oh my goodness.
What?
The Earthshaker Kenra.
Yeah, I did. It's
what?
On there.
Where?
Right.
Oh, it's right there.
Bus.
You spelled it wrong. There's an H in there.
You also just spelled it wrong.
Well, I'm trying. Okay. I like Skullcrack.
Yeah, no, Skullcrack is good. I guess that leads, like, how much burn are we on? Like, Skullcrack is good. Are we going into, like, Incinerates?
I think the only Incinerate is the Skullcrack. And, like, I guess Bone Crusher Giant. But, like...
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Price.
Are we on any split burn? Yeah, obviously Price.
I don't, like... Do you think we... Like, if we are on split burn, it's to remove block. Oh, actually, Arc Trail is probably a valid choice.
Yeah, like, Arc Trail's good. Did I put... have we put Rakdos Charm in here yet?
No, I still... that destroys an artifact. It makes everyone dome their owner, and then what's the last thing it does?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it exiles graveyards. I
guess it matters a little bit.
I don't feel like either of those are good enough to play in this deck by themselves.
Their creatures, just dome them and kill them.
Okay, but if they have enough creatures for that to matter, you're already losing.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
They, like, play out their creatures and then you use them to kill them. You're not, like, killing their creatures, you're killing them.
Okay, I think we have, like, 3 cards in the 4-drop slot. And those are Hellrider, Hazoret, and Hero of Oxid Ridge.
That's 3 cards.
Did I say 4 cards?
Yes.
Chandra, Torch of Defiance? I don't know what the other card was, but Chandra seems like maybe one.
Falcon Wrath Aristocrat.
Oh, that one go paunch.
That one kills him dead.
Right.
I think we're on Deathrite Shaman regardless of if we are on the Mox or not.
Just for the reach?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just for the drain, and then we can, like, throw a Bayou in there, probably a Taiga.
In my opinion, value Deathrite is way better in a base black deck than a base green deck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it depends on... If you're trying to not die to aggro, you want green. If you're trying to be aggro, you want black.
I guess that makes sense. How aggro are we? Are we aggro enough to play Lotus Petal?
No, but we're probably on, like, Chrome Mox and Mox
Chrome
Diamond.
Chrome
Maybe
Mox
not Chrome
seems
Mox. We're definitely on
tough.
Mox Diamond.
Okay, I'm about to do a thing.
What's that?
I'm going to go to Scryfall, go to the advanced search, and type in the word Hellbent. Well, that's too much mana. Nope, that's a sliver. That's too much mana. That's too much. Okay, these cards suck. I think there's more good Hellbent cards that don't have the keyword Hellbent than ones that do. Oh, this is actually kind of fine.
How many of the, like, just black 1 mana 2/2s are we on?
Probably like 3.
I mean, we're on, like, Rakdos, Cackler, and, like...
That one's good.
Yeah. That, and then, what's the one that comes in tapped?
The zombie?
Yeah, there's, like, a zombie that...
Give me a sec, I'll find it.
Alright, I'm gonna add Rakdos, Cackler while you're... Oh, well, now we just added it twice.
What? Rakdos Cackler? I already added it.
I know, I deleted it. Diagraph Ghoul. I knew it existed.
Is there a... Oh, stats. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to type in... I'm going to see how many 1-drop black cards have power 2 or greater. Oh. No, I did it wrong. Cost 1 black mana. No, I messed up again. Hold on. So it costs... Or is exactly black. Oh. Mana value equals to 1.
How many of the just, like, resilient threats are we on? Like, are we on... Are we going deep enough for, like, Scrap Heap Scrounger? I mean, obviously...
that one's easy to cast, so I suggest that one.
Obviously, we're on, why can't I think of the Landfall one? The good one.
The one I said earlier?
Oh, did you?
The freaking... Oh, crap.
See? It's, like, the only one that anyone plays.
Hold on. Don't say anything and I'll think of it. Give me a second. Does it have blood in its name? We are getting roasted. Yeah, that's the one. We're getting so roasted right now. Dude, we're getting so roasted right now.
We're pulling, like, all of these cards out of the air and then just, like, blood gas. That one we can't think of.
Okay, Carnophage is a 2/2.
Is that which one? That's the one that, like, hurts you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that probably gets in.
It's my vote is Carnophage, Bloodsoaked Champion, Dread Wanderer, Gutter Bones, and Vampire Lacerator.
We're definitely on Dreadsoaked Champion.
We're
also on it's the 1 mana 1/2 that you can, like, pump it +3/+3, and then if you hit someone for 4, it gets a counter.
Yeah, the Knight.
Yeah, Knight of I don't know. Okay, you start putting those cards that you just mentioned in. I'm gonna figure out what this.
I don't think we're on Diagraph Ghoul. I don't think we're quite that deep. I think we just play the ones that either.
You don't think we're playing that?
I mean, I'd rather just play the ones that come in untapped and then the ones that do something.
But why do we care if it's untapped?
Just in case. Okay, fine. We'll play that one and Carnophage because it's Carnophage.
Yeah.
And then we'll play the 3 that are actually, like, upside. Deal?
Yes.
It's not Knight of the Ebon Legion, is it? That's an old card.
I think that actually is what it is. That's what yeah, it's Knight of the Ebon Legion. That's the dude I was typing in because I was like, I think it's this.
Knight of the Ebon Legion. So, I can't spell. How do you spell Legion?
Legion, I think.
Yeah, I knew that. What are you talking about? Dread Wanderer. And then we already did Gutterbone, so it's just the...
Are we on... We're probably on, like, K Command, just because it, like, gets something back.
Yeah.
Like, returning a Ball Lightning back to your hand seems, like, pretty solid.
Did you put the Ball Lightnings on here already?
I don't actually know if I put actual Ball Lightning on here.
You did. It's there.
I did, yeah.
Okay. Did we do the Bloodcast? No.
No, we did not.
Bloodcast. Okay. I mean, that one's gonna be tough to cast.
That's fine.
How do you feel about Rotting Regisaur?
Ooh, I forgot about that card. That kills them so hard.
Alright, okay, go.
Did we already add Scrappy Scrounger? Yes, we did.
Yes. Okay.
I guess, okay, we should do, like, a count real quick. We're probably on
Hold
one,
on. Before we do that, I just need you to go with me on this journey for a second.
I feel like this is going to be a bad journey, but I'm listening.
Okay. Okay. So, like, we have Rotting Regisaur.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've got, like, Earthshaker Kenra.
Mm-hmm.
And Scrappy Scrounger, which are, like, you can reanimate them, right?
Yeah.
We're playing, like, Unearth and Reanimate, obviously.
Oh, yeah. No, like, yeah.
Oh, we're also playing Claim to Fame. But,
what's that one do?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
And there's like Ani's Ravager and stuff. We can play Rick's Mighty Reveler. Like we got a little bit of a madness theme going. We can play like the one Madness Bolt. Is that too deep?
That's far too deep.
Hate to see it. Rick's Mighty Reveler is good though.
We are probably on Light Up the Stage and the bolt with that effect.
I don't know about the bolt.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
We're definitely on Light Up the Stage. Also, are we on Night's Whisper? Probably.
I think so.
Like, it just gives us that little extra to get over the hump.
So, we are on Unearth and Reanimate. So, Claim to Fame.
I already put Unearth and Reanimate on there.
Oh, you sure did.
Why are you deleting mine?
What? Shut up.
Just kidding.
So Claim to Fame, I don't remember which side is Claim and which side's Fame. No, yeah, I do. Claim is the first one. You reanimate like a 2-drop for 1 mana, and then Fame is it's Aftermath, and it's like 1 in a red, and you like give something 1/0 in haste.
That's
Maybe
decent.
it might be 2/0 in haste. It's awesome. Claim to Fame is fire.
I feel like we're just like missing okay, first of all, did we already put like Hellrider and stuff in there?
No.
I mean, that obviously gets in there. I feel like
So
we're just like missing a lot of the red creatures that like should be in this deck.
So we had Hellrider, Hero of... Is it Oxid Ridge?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think that might be their white one.
We're going to look it up.
I feel like Flame Slash is good to get out of big blockers.
Yeah, no, it's Hero of Oxid Ridge.
Okay. We already put Hazoret on here. And Falcon Artificer. That's already 4 4-drops. I feel like that's way plenty 4-drops.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe one more.
I'm fine as is.
Yeah,
5 seems like a lot. So... Wheel of Fortune? Probably not, right?
No, that's... I don't think that's what we want to be doing. Are we on Asylum Visitor? It has Madness.
I mean, like, that one's fine by itself, right? I don't even know what it does.
It's at the beginning. It's a 2-mana 3/1, 1 in a black. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in their hand, you draw a card and you lose a life. So even if your opponent has no cards in hand, you still draw the card.
Or if you dump your hand.
Yeah, or if you don't have a hand, you draw.
Yeah, that one's definitely fine.
That's probably like the last Bob that we play, though, right? And obviously it's not Bob, but
I gotta check something really quick. I need to go to my old tapped out account that I never use anymore and see if I can find an old list, because like years ago I tried to brew this list.
Really?
Yeah. For For a friend of ours, actually, who does not live here anymore. Where? Wait, these aren't my decks. I need my decks. Here. Decks? Alright, let's see if I can find it. Oh, wow. I'm looking at some old lists and realizing how bad of a deck builder I am. Oh, man. Remember that time I built Mardu Slowburn and went like 0-4?
Yeah, I do remember that. Alright, so I know we said no more 4-drops, but what if it's sometimes a 3-drop?
I'm listening.
Spawn of Mayhem is just like really good.
I don't know what that does.
It's one of the spectacle cards. It's 2 black.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, dude, it kills people so good.
How much black does it cost in spectacle?
2.
I don't know.
It's such a beefy boy, though.
Oh, holy crap, I found it.
I'm interested to see.
What do you think about a 3-mana 4/4 that can't block?
Is that all it does?
Yeah. Well, no, it also is an elemental. And a warrior.
We should not be doing that, and instead we should just be killing them with our good friend. The one that I just said.
What do you feel about a 4-mana 4/1 that gives your other black creatures 1/1 and your other red creatures 1/1, and whenever it becomes a target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, they lose 4 life?
That one's like reasonable, but I don't know if that takes up our very few, maybe 0 remaining 4-drop slots.
What do you feel about a 3-mana 0/0 with trample that enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters, where X is the total life lost by your opponents this turn?
That could be good. I mean,
I'm also thinking about top decking that when they ran you out of crap, though.
Yeah, but think about, this is like a ceiling floor discussion, right? Like, the floor is obviously really low, but the ceiling of turn 1 goblin guy, turn 2 I don't know, I guess carry Zev into turn 3 Rabble Master, and then turn 4 you bolt them and hit them with, okay, yeah, no, I think this card is too, I don't
Okay. Let's talk about a little more realistic ones.
Red,
right. Green. Sorry, I keep saying red, green. Black, red for a 3/2. But you can pay 1 to give target colorless creature haste until end of turn. So you can basically play it. It has Devoid. So you can basically play it for 2 as a 3/2, or for 1 more mana give it haste. It's fine.
I don't like it.
It's on curve. It's meh. We've got a Cataract Parasite. 1 black for a 1/1. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if you control a red permanent, you can have Parasite deal 1 damage to that player. That seems like a reasonable 1-drop.
Yeah.
I'm writing that one down. Also, what other deck does that card go in?
Probably not many. Ooh, dude. What about Stormkirk Noble? I forgot that card existed.
Stormkirk Noble? This is the deck for Stormkirk Noble.
Yes, it is.
Stormkirk Noble. I just typed in Nobel.
Alright.
Dude, I still want to build Jund 1/1 counters.
We're on Mox Diamond, right? Did we put that in?
I mean, I don't know.
Why?
Because, it doesn't ramp you. Well, okay, it does ramp you.
It does ramp you.
I'm just mad.
We're on 3 or 4 4-drops. Your goal is to go low fast.
Right, but but we're a deck with a low land count though.
But you just kill them.
No, okay, but if you're trying to hit your 4-drops, it means you have to hit 4 lands. Like, you have to have 4 lands and just discard one of them.
But you don't.
Hit
no.
your
4-drops if they're dead.
But you don't want to have those lands in your hand, though.
You're right. You want those lands to be discarded to mock.
Oh my
summon.
gosh. Are we on Swift Spear?
No. I mean, not with our current list so far.
Agree.
Maybe if we, like, go up a lot of spells.
Ooh, we can play Stigmasher. Kind of got some awkward memories with that one. Oh, Vexing Devil.
Why can I not remember what that one does? It's, like, on the tip of my tongue.
It's a 1-mana 4/3 ETB. Your opponent can have it deal 4 damage to make you sack it.
Yeah, no, that one's really good.
Okay. Zozu costs 3 mana. Do we play push?
I don't think so.
Do we like Lava Spike?
I like Lava Spike. Ooh, Grim Lavamancer.
Yeah, I agree. Lava Man. I can't spell. Okay.
What about Seasoned
Ooh.
Pyromancer?
Yeah, that one's fine. It kind of draws you back into the game.
Yeah, it kind of gets you back into the game. It's not, like, super fast, but it's probably...
You know what is pretty dope, though? Winter Orb.
No, we're not on Winter Orb.
But we kill them. Are we on Sulfuric Vortex?
Yes. Winter Orb, I think, is just, like, too slow. Like, it's just too... We're wasting way too much time playing Winter Orb and then, like, untap it. Like...
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for this card that is, like, not a removal spell?
Sure.
Alright, if you are spending 1 black-red on an instant, what do you want it to do?
Kill your opponent.
What about instead of killing their creature, you tap target untapped creature, and then that creature deals damage equal to its power to its controller?
I mean, or we could just be playing Rakdos Charm.
But that only does 1 damage.
Or it does a lot of damage. I don't know. I mean, I think it's, like, fine. It gets rid of a blocker and burns them.
Terminate is probably one of our better removal spells. Like, Terminate gets rid of the bigger... Like, we play Terminate
Yeah, I
and
guess
push.
that's the question, like, how deep into... I mean, we're probably...
feel like-
if we're on Terminate, we're on Dreadbore, because I don't think we care about instant speed that much.
Okay, so I'm feeling like Flame Slash and Push are non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And then we're on Terminate or Dreadbore. I don't feel like we're on 4 of them.
We're on Dreadbore over Terminate, I think.
I would agree. Mostly to hit, like, Will Kenrith.
What's
Or
our
Elspeth.
land count?
Probably like 30.
Yeah, maybe like 31.
Hmm.
I feel like we've got a pretty decent amount in the, like, 3-drop slot.
Skull Clamp is probably something we're definitely doing.
Ooh, Skull Clamp's really good. Did we already put Fiery Confluence in here?
I don't think so, but it should be.
Do we play
Fiery
Searing Blaze?
Oh, yeah.
We're also
Wait,
probably on Looter Scooter, right?
No. You know why? Because you wanted to play Diregraph Ghoul.
And you can't play both?
No, because that one comes into play tapped and doesn't crew Looter Scooter.
Yeah, but the Ghoul comes in turn 1, so it doesn't matter.
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
I don't know how we're gonna rock, paper,
Alright, you ready?
scissors.
You ready? You ready?
Yep.
On go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, what'd you do?
No, you tell me what you did, and then I'll tell you what I did.
All right, we'll say it on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Scissors.
Rock.
That was... What the heck? That delay... I don't know if that was the delay or if you're just like a huge cheater, but you said rock like 3 seconds after I said scissors.
There was a delay, but I definitely waited till I fully heard your answer.
Great.
But I did do rock, and there's no one who can refute that.
I sure don't believe you, but what I do believe is that Grafted Warrior kills people.
Yeah. Do we play that new sword that just came out in Kamigawa? Ooh, do we play Lizard Blades? Probably.
I don't know what the new sword is or what Lizard's Blades is.
Okay, so you know Bone Splitter?
Yes.
Okay, so the sword is Bone Splitter, but whenever something wearing Bone Splitter dies, you exile it, and any ability, like keyword ability that like evergreen keyword ability that thing had, the equipped creature also has.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Oh, we're just on Bowmat Courier, right?
Oh, the electric tomato. I need to... That's the wrong button.
Oh, Dreadhorde Butcher.
Dreadhorde Butcher.
I'm putting Dreadhorde Butcher in the list.
I don't think I know that one.
It's 2 mana for a... I think it's 2 mana for a 1/1 with haste. When it deals combat damage, it gets a counter, and then when it dies, it deals damage to... I think it's just a target permanent equal to its power.
Okay, sounds fine. I think.
No, it's good.
Okay, so Lizard Blades, I don't know if we play Lizard Blades. Good. Might be better. Let me tell you the two red cards that seem like interesting. Lizard Blades is 1 in a red for a 1/1 artifact creature, equipment lizard. It has double strike, and the equipped creature has double strike, and then it has reconfigure for 2. Do you know how reconfigure works?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Ogre Head Helm.
Read me that card again.
Okay, it's 2 mana for a 1/1 with double strike.
Yeah.
It reconfigures for 2, and the equipped creature gets double strike.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Then the Ogre Head Helm is 2 mana for a 2/2 equipment creature. The equipped creature gets +2/+2, and when it or the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you can sacrifice the helm. And then if you do, you discard your hand and draw 3. But it equips for 3.
I think
so it's a bit tough on mana.
Yeah. Ooh, are we on Pack Rat?
I don't think we're on Pack Rat.
You don't like Pack Rat?
I didn't say that. I did not say I don't like Pack Rat. Let it be heard, Ash did not say he dislikes Pack Rat. What are you trying to get me removed?
Pack Rat just kills people after you discard your hand. Alright, I'm gonna count how many cards we have so far.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking for that sword. Oh, here it is. Eater of Virtue. So it's 1 mana. Whenever equipped for a legendary artifact equipment, equip 1. Whenever equipped creature dies, you exile it. The equipped creature gets 2/0, and as long as the card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. I did not know it did that for protection.
That seems decent.
At the very least, it's Bone Splitter, and we don't care at all about our graveyard.
Alright, we have 7
Well, that's not true.
We have 7 more slots.
Okay, so let's put in Eater of Virtue. Wait, are we doing 70 cards here?
Yeah.
Do we want Lizard Blades?
No, I think that's too expensive.
Okay. I really can't spell. Holy cow. I'm gonna start typing in lands, though.
We could play Reckless Abandon since we're playing, recursive threats and stuff.
I don't know what that card does.
It's sacrifice a creature, deal 4. I think it's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
1
that
red.
card's-
It's 1 red for sorcery. That's
Yeah,
an
that
additional
card's
cost,
totally
sack a
fine.
creature, and then deal 4.
Yeah, that one's great.
Are we on Rift Bolt?
We can be. It's definitely fine. It's actually really great because it kind of incentivizes people to just not play creatures, which lets us attack them. Because you just play a 1-drop, right? And then you play Rift. Then you suspend Rift Bolt. Your opponent goes for their turn 3. Like, well, I don't want to play my creature now because then they kill it. So then you untap, you bolt them, you play your 3-drop with haste, and you paunch them. Speaking of 3-drops with haste, is there a Yahenni in this deck yet?
Oh, dude, I forgot about that card. Yeah, get Yahenni in here. It's Yahenni Undying Artisan?
I think it's Undying Partisan.
Partisan.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're on Rift Bolt.
Did you already put in the Zergo?
Yeah, that was like really early.
We have a decent number of legends in this deck, which might make these new channel lands actually easier to cast.
Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't come up... I feel like we should just, I don't think we need to come up with our mana base on here, though.
I mean, I'm coming up with the lands that aren't just lands.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely on the channel lands and,
AFR lands. Are we on both colorless mainlands? Maybe not, right?
Yeah, I guess we're pretty color intensive. I don't know if we're even on Hissing Quagmire. It comes in tapped, and that's... Well, no, not Hissing Quagmire. I'm talking about, Lava Claw.
Lava Claw. I mean, and Lava Claw wants you to have excess mana, which we don't want.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think we're on Lava Claw. Yeah, I don't know why my brain just went to Hissing Quagmire.
Do we still need a few cards? Because I still think Viashino Pyromancer is a perfectly valid option.
Yeah, no, that card's fine.
Oh, wait. Do we also need to finish out our point spread?
I was literally about to say that. I was like, all right, I think we have enough of the list that we can go through and finish our point spread.
I'm just gonna type in type in GT. Umezawa's GT.
Let's go through this. I think that Mox Emerald is perfectly reasonable.
Okay, I'm untyping GT.
I mean, GT is fine, but I am seeing a lot of cards that can just be cast off of Mox Emerald.
Cool. So we got Soken's in, Takanuma, Den of the Bugbear, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, a bunch of fetches, Shock, Badland, Fastland, probably not the slow land.
No.
Dragon Skull Summit's probably fine.
That's
probably
right on the edge. Oh, we're on Ash Zealot.
Yes. Grave and Cairns.
Alright, you keep adding lands. I'm gonna count our cards again and see where we're at.
Okay, so, let's see, we got, Graven Cairns, Blackleaf Cliffs, Badlands, Blood Crypt, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Stream, I'm kidding, Wooded Foothills, let's see, what else we got, Polluted Delta, we got Bloodstained Mire, Wooded Foothills, Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn, what's the Arid Mesa? Arid Mesa. Are we fetching black sources and like basic swamps? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably a decent amount. So prismatic. Actually, you just play it anyway because we can fill our graveyard a little bit for Death Red if we need it.
Yep. We get 3 more cards.
Do we want more burn?
I think that's reasonable. We could just throw in Incinerate. I think I like Skewer the Critics.
Do we already have a Croxa in here, brother? We do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skewer's fine. We also might put another one red drop or red 1-drop.
Yeah, we could play. I mean, if we're on more burn, it wouldn't be totally unreasonable to play.
Swiss Spear.
Yeah. If we just go Incinerate, Skewer, Swift Spear. Or are we on Shard Volley? Do we play that over Incinerate?
Probably both. Both is probably good. Searing Blood is also not bad.
Don't we already have that on?
No, we have Searing Blaze.
Wait, what's Searing Blood?
2 to a creature, and if it dies, just, I think, 3 to the owner. Or the controller, rather.
Oh, that one's red, right?
Yeah, those are both red.
Yeah.
Searing Blaze is red too, but that's the landfall
Yeah.
one.
I mean, I wear base red, so I think that's reasonable, but I don't know if I like Searing Blood as much.
Yeah, because it doesn't do anything without it. Well, actually, neither of them do anything without a target.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the difference between 3 and 2 is pretty big.
It might be important to play Rick's Mighty Reveler along with a young seasoned Pyromancer to have a way to discard the when you play against blue-white control, that's 6 cards in your deck that are literally dead.
What's that? What cards?
The creature removal.
Yeah, we're only on 3 creature removal, right?
Well, Flame Slash, Terminate. Oh no, we cut Terminate for Dreadbore.
Yeah,
so Flame Slash, Fatal Push, 2 burn spells that only hit creatures and then hit their face.
Yeah,
Dreadbore's not dead.
So.
Dreadbore's not dead, but that's 4, so I feel like maybe playing the Rick's Mighty isn't bad.
What does Rick's Mighty do again?
So it's 1 in a red. I think it's a 2/2. ETB, you loot or rummage rather. You discard then draw. But if hold on, maybe get confused. Let me make sure I get it right. So ETB, draw a card then discard a card. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's discard and then draw. But if you pay its spectacle cost, which is 2 red black, instead you discard your hand and draw 3.
Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, we could just be playing Looter Scooter, but
How many more slots do we have?
What have we added since then? Nothing. Well, we added Swift Spear, so we have 2 more.
Put those both in, then I guess. Oh wait, you never put in Shard Volley.
I did not. Alright. The Looter Scooter or the Spectacle one?
Scooter's better. Okay, do you see any lands that look out of place and or can't think of any that are... Oh! Ring of... What's the ring? Barbarian Ring.
Yeah,
and the desert.
Are on Price of Progress and Blood Moon and stuff, which, I mean, Blood Moon we don't care as much about, but we're on Price. So we do want to be...
We're killing them faster than they're killing us. What's the Barbarian Ring from Amonkhet?
Yeah, the red one. Yeah.
Ramanap Runes, I think it is.
Are we just on
Ramanap Runes?
Just because it helps with our double black pips.
Yeah, but we have to we're cutting a swamp for that. We need to take that into account because it does not make red. We care way more about making red.
I think maybe we're on Urborg and then that's the last of our non-basics.
So we're on I think 4 swamps and the rest mountains, if even that.
We're on 30 lands that we have. Can you count in your head? I was counting and then you started counting out loud and it messed me.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count out loud right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we need 10 basics. So probably 3 swamp, 7 mountain.
Because of Blood Moon.
Maybe 4.
4 swamp, 6 mountain.
What? Well, if we have Blood Moon, we fetch a basic.
Okay, because we're playing Airborg, we can go to 3 swamp, 7 mountain.
No. I already typed it in. 4 swamp, 6 mountain. I already typed it in. When we get screwed on red mana, you know whose fault it is?
Like 1 mountain. And when we get screwed on black mana, do you know whose fault it is?
No.
Well, I guess it'd be both of our faults because this was the high end of black mana, so.
Okay, let's, I'm gonna type this into my computer here and see where we're at.
This looks like a pretty reasonable list. Looks fun to play, too.
So many of these cards are misspelled. Holy crap. Moxfield is like, nah, dude, I don't know who that is.
I feel like they should
the entire
add
list.
the ability to pick up on what a card is. Just like Scryfall on Discord.
Okay, that's a sophisticated AI to do that.
I mean, I don't know anything about coding and whatnot, but Scryfall can do it. It's not that hard.
You spelled skelemental properly?
It's just skelemental.
Oh my gosh.
How many were wrong?
I'm working on that. Looks like almost
How many
10.
of those were autocorrect though? Because I noticed a lot of the time I was typing in cards and it was that's not a word. How about this instead?
You didn't put okay. You didn't misspell Smuggler's Copter. You just didn't have a comma.
I'm not taking blame for that. I also just looking through this, I realized that Carnophage just has a space in it for some
reason. I spelled Soken's in wrong?
I don't know where that space came from, but
yeah, I did.
I guess I'll take blame for that one. Look at
fix
that!
All the errors. It's exactly 100 cards. Let's go.
Oh,
did we accidentally double up on any cards?
Nice.
Holy crap! We freaking did it.
No, we're not.
Wait, hold on. How are we over points?
We have a list.
Well, looky there. We have a list of magic cards. Okay, well, I don't really want to talk about this list very much because I have no idea how it'll work. I mean that's the goal. If anyone tries it out, let us know how it works. Yeah. Let us know if the Emerald was a good or a bad call. Wait, is there a Deathrite Shaman?
I'm sure I put Deathrite Shaman.
There's no Deathrite Shaman.
Is there not? Oh no.
Nope. It's okay. The Mox is
just for value. Plus, we forgot to
it's a colorless
put in
Mox.
A Taiga anyway. So
Taiga. Okay, so before we get to our the decks we played this last week, we have a couple questions. I have introduced a 10 points questions channel in the Cincinnati Canlander Discord. Okay. So I'm going to read the questions off of there, okay? All right, I'm going to just read these in order. So, first one from Eltis says,
it's not. Next
why
question.
Why is Sultai Turns the best deck in the format? Yeah, it's not. Next question. From C Bond.
Because you keep playing against
why
me.
do I keep losing?
I'm kidding.
I would say because you did. I would say because you didn't have a Ragavan in your deck, but you were winning and then you put a Ragavan in your deck. So I think you just
that's
bought
why
a
you don't
Ragavan.
Buy those cheap Ragavans.
What happened
you
there.
Pay full price for your Ragavan.
Okay, next also from LT,
because
we
Wizards
have,
of the Coast
why can't
is the worst.
I play my anti-cards?
Well, I mean...
No, this is not a Wizards of the Coast decision.
Yeah, but vintage
This
ban
is the
list.
creators of Canadian Highlander decision. And sure, okay. Short answer, because you shouldn't want to cheat little Tommy out of magic cards. Anyway, next we have from Court, we got
we do have one real question that's not actually on here though, from Devin, and he asked, what are our top like and also cards where we're like, oh man, this card's really good. Wait, and also it does this. Yeah.
Wait, before we answer that, can I just roast him? Okay. When he brought this up, he was asking us what our top and also cards were, and he said his top and also card was Urza Saga. And I'm
Let's hear why.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's hear your full thought about it. And he's like, card's just completely insane. And also, it's an enchantment. And I just looked at him. Well, actually, I think he was talking to me through the phone, so I just was like looking out into space, confused. And he was explaining that it's so broken, because like, why the heck would they make it an enchantment? It just like, now you can get it back with Hall of Heliod Generosity. And I'm over here like, okay, two things. First of all, it's an enchantment. Well, yeah, I was like, first off, it has to be an enchantment because it's a saga. That's why it's an enchantment. And second off, that is so much more of a deficit.
Very unfortunate that it can be like right bottomed. But you can like Enlighten Tutor for it if you need to. Because
okay, but why not just Enlighten Tutor for the thing you're
I don't know. I'm not the one Enlighten Tutoring for an Urza Saga. Why are you Enlighten Tutoring for an Urza Saga?
I'm not to discard it to Tectonic Assault or whatever the card's called. Seismic Assault.
That's acceptable.
For lethal.
Alright.
Heck him up. I mean that yeah. Anyway, to finish Court's question, he said they said, why can't I play my oversized cards? Because they don't fit in your sleeves properly. Now, if you fold one in half, it'll actually take up the same surface area as a single card.
Does it actually?
So yeah, they're like the. Yeah. Well, you can do it if you take like a meld card.
That's funny.
And you put them together, it's like the same size as one oversized card. I think. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't think too much about.
All right, but what is your top and also card?
Oh goodness! All right. Oh goodness! I spent that whole time.
All right, I'll answer first.
Think about my top and also card.
Well, I'm gonna give two because I can't pick.
Okay. Wait. Don't do the green one because the green one might be green.
But I will not do the mono green one. And then if you don't do it, then I'm going to do it because I mean, you know. Okay, so I'm going to do Oko Thief of Crowns because why? Just answer me. Why did they make it a +2 and a +1? That card would be so good if it was like 2 +1s or a +2 and a +0 or even a +1 and a +0. Like, the fact that it just +2s and also +1s is just, like, I don't understand why that was a necessary feature on that card. Like, I think if the second ability was a 0, it would still be, like, just really strong. Alright. Then I'm gonna also mention Questing Beast. Like, Questing Beast, there's just so many lines on that card that even if they weren't there, the card would still be so good. Like, why does it just also hit the Planeswalkers, or why does it just prevent, or say combat damage? Like, there's just every line on that card, if you took away one of those lines, it would still be good.
Yeah, pretty much.
just seems like they went slightly too far with just like, all right, we're gonna add like one more thing. Like, all right, okay, now just one more thing. All right, now wait, just one more. Okay, now we're done.
All right, so mine is Underworld Breach, and and also for me with Underworld Breach is that they made the escape cost 3 cards, because it could have been 4 cards, or it could have been 5 cards.
It could have been 2.
But they picked 3 cards, and the reason this was a problem for me. Not so much for Highlander, because most Highlander decks where it would become relevant, it would quickly stop being relevant. Like, it would make the Storm deck worse. Like, sometimes the Storm deck struggles to have enough... Actually, I would say that's one of the bigger... the bigger road bumps it falls into is like the number of cards in the graveyard.
Harder.
Yeah, but like, and that's a problem for Highlander, but not as much as it was in Pioneer. And Pioneer, by the way, I've been on a Pioneer kick, so it is what it is. But this was like way back when Pioneer was pretty new. Some people may remember the red-blue Breach deck. And the main issue is there were a couple cards you could use in Standard that milled you exactly 3 cards repeatedly. So it was relatively easy to just immediately deck yourself and then Oracle, because as soon as you put these 3 cards together, like, there was a card that you tap whenever you tap your land, you mill 3, and then one card that the card you were actually playing from your graveyard was you just untap your 2 lands, which you used to pay for it, so you just can mill your whole deck. So like, if it were 4 cards or 5 cards, you wouldn't be able to do that, and it just wouldn't be so easy to do such insane things with the Underworld Breach. So that's my my thing. I just think it should have been the escape cost should not have been pushed so low. All right,
so
I
I
want to talk about what you played.
Grixis Time Vault over the last 2 tournaments, or like Friday Night Magics. I think I went like 2-1 in the first one, but I don't really remember who I played. I remember I played against Chad, and I kind of sacked into 2 wins. The first game, I had assembled Painter Stone, but he had a Collector Oof, and I was dead next turn. I was like, alright, all I have to do is rip a removal spell off the top, and I ripped a Dreadbore off the top, which, to be fair, I'm on a lot of, like, a pretty moderate, like, heavy amount of removal in that deck, but that was kind of a feels bad for Chad. And then the next game, I had Painter Servant in hand, and then I just ripped Grindstone off the top. And then I don't remember what else happened in that one. But in the last one, in round 1, I went up against Medium Red in my first match, and he had Mana Crypt both games, and I died very quickly. Actually, no, I think he had Soul Ring both games. To be fair, I did force the turn 1 Soul Ring in one of the games, but I still lost. But yeah, no, I just died very quickly. Round 2, I was against Seth on Green Black Rock, and we had a very, very grindy match that resulted in him winning game 1 and me winning game 2, and us not making it to a game 3. So we ended up drawing that round. And then match 3, I was against Ash. And I think I spoiled your deck last week, so I am just going to not say what happened in that match, and leave it up to you.
Did you?
No, I mean, like, last week.
Was it even together at that point?
Like, when we were talking about... Yeah, last episode when we were talking about what decks we played.
Like last episode. I understand. Okay. So, these last 2 weeks, I've played... Oh, actually, what did I'm not actually sure. I'm going to talk about what I remember. I remember playing Jeskai mid-range. It was kind of mid-range.
Yeah, that is...
kind of control-y range, but it had some pretty aggressive stuff in it. Like, it was playing a Rabble Master. No, yeah, I know. I didn't remember if I was on something else. If I was on that both weeks or if I was on something else. I don't know. I think I was on Blue-White for 1 week. But either way, I played Jeskai. It was a really cool deck. It had, like, twin combo in it. It had Hidetsugu's second right, which I got somebody with. So it was some fun stuff. I don't remember... Let's see, I think round 1 I went up... Oh, yeah. I played, like, a bunch of test games against Ty. On medium.
Ty was on medium rule, actually.
A tough matchup. But during that testing... Oh, you're right. He was on medium rule. But I remember during that testing, I found out that the Snow Manland Frostwalk Bastion was actually turns into an artifact when you animate it. And that came up in our actual match because I Prismari commanded to kill that and the Goblin Guide he attacked me with. So that was pretty dope. Ended up I think 2-0ing him there actually. It was a pretty tight match, but I was able to double up on some removal with Galvanic Iteration, which, by the way, Galvanic Iteration, insanely good in that deck. Insanely good card. But match 2, I think I played against
I was against Seth match 2.
No, you played against Seth match 2. Who was that? Oh, I was against someone playing Jund Aggro. Kind of low to the ground Jund. It wasn't like aggro, but it was like low to the ground Jund. And honestly, I ended up getting through that game just by like using a bunch of split burn to take out planeswalkers, doubling up some of that with Galvanic Iteration yet again, and eventually flashing back Galvanic Iteration and casting Treasure Cruise. That was kind of the nail in the coffin. Really, just I was able to attrition better than he was.
No, round 3 you're up against
me. Round 3 I went up against Terrell on.
Yeah, but you dropped round 3. I don't think you fought Terrell.
4 rounds.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the day you weren't there. Yeah, this is the day you weren't there. Because round 3 I drew because I wanted to go home. But I played, I think, 2 games. I think we agreed to draw, and then I played a game or 2 and then left. But and then Thursday I had a long day at work, and then I like got some bad beats. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember having some bad beats and was like feeling like it wasn't my day. I was a little on tilt, and I was like, all right, I'm heading home.
Playing against Terrell, and you were playing against Ty, and we were sitting at the same table, and both Terrell and Ty either got a turn 1 Mana Crypt or Soul Ring every single game in both of our matches. So that was unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's how my round 1 bad beats were going. I remember that now.
Yeah, and then I don't know who you fought round 2, but I think in round 3 against me, I think you just got a little bit mana screwed.
Yeah, it was. I really felt like the deck was just like.
Yeah,
I think looking at my hand, I was so close in every game.
I just
felt like, but you know, it is what it is.
Fell a little bit behind.
I
was able to just start using some card advantage engines to just kind of get the answers.
Yeah, and little side note that I, maybe don't always successfully live by, but really try to live by when it comes to this is like, it's okay to get upset and tilted. Just don't take it out on anybody. Like, go and like walk away, be by yourself for a minute. If you do whatever you have to do, but don't take out any frustration you're having on the people around you.
Just give them a few minutes. obviously, sometimes someone has bad beats and they just need a few minutes. So don't just give them some time, give them some space, and then they'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll actually share a little bit of Ty's advice really quick, and then I think we'll close out here. But I was playing against him, and this was on Thursday, and I was being kind of quiet. I'm normally pretty talkative while I play, but I was kind of upset, so I was trying to not be rude or anything, or say anything rude, or snap or anything, So I was just keeping quiet, because that's just kind of the way I work. It's it's best for me just to stay quiet for a bit. So I put in the result, and I kind of say, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, not being talkative or anything. And he was like, no, dude, I totally get it. My rule is always give someone give them 5 minutes after the match, 5 minutes before you when you kind of when you see they had a really bad match there, right? Give them 5 minutes before you try talking to them at all. Anyone will cool down there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, it's a pretty good rule of thumb. I don't know how accurate it is for everybody,
yeah.
but for me.
And with that sage advice, I'd say we wrap up this episode.
All right, thank you guys for hanging, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the 10 Points Podcast, and don't forget to count your points.